Okay, so I'm Herman,
I'm Robert.
and we're doing a test podcast or like a talk show for the Virginia Nuts.
It's for VA Swamp Nuts. I've been playing with the name. It's his idea into a general direction of trying this.
Get more viewers, get people involved.
And something you don't have to watch. You can just listen.
You can just listen
when you're
to.
riding, sitting in traffic. Just listen
Exactly.
to it. But we're just videoing it as well, so you can kind of do it. And what we're going to do is do a trial run. And while we're doing this trial run, we're going to kind of do an oversight of 2019. All YouTubers are like, oh, what we're going to do in 2020. And some of them will talk back about 2019. Well, we're just, instead of doing what everybody else do, we want to do something different. And part of it is 2020 from ahead, I would say, would be just kind of see where the ball rolls with the channel growing and bringing different things to the channel as it comes. But 2019, I feel like was a good year, fishing and riding. Unfortunately, Herman's bike went down towards the end. Didn't get to finish it out.
But we're working on that. Should have the right part fixed or ordered today.
Well, tell them what's wrong with it.
Well, my good old buddy Robert here decided he wanted to take a look at it, and when next thing I know, he sent me a picture, and my whole rear end of my four-wheeler was out, and he had found a chip pinion gear. Right.
It's in the gears, the rear differential pinion or what
Which
you call it.
Some K&Ms have problems with.
Yeah, they're straight cut.
Yeah. So he did find the pinion gear had a chip on it. We would have had
bad bearing.
Definitely a bad bearing.
Yeah.
When you buy used, make sure you know who you're buying it through, because people will tell you that it's never been swamped or rode hard or whatever to get your money. Then when you get it, and you're being in my position, so
yeah. If y'all follow the channel, he did the first charity ride last year. Unfortunately, it was very dusty, but it was still a good ride.
Very good
food.
ride. Great food.
But we just did a lot of work to that bike.
Whole lot.
And he was overheating continuously at Busco and Slades.
Yes.
Which canceled his whole ride at Slades right off the bat. And
Right.
Busco was 3/4 of the day riding, and then it was shut down.
Right.
I took his whole front end off, found out the fan was bad, so we bought a rad relocation kit, fixed that problem. Then the fan, brand new, rubbed the shroud like it was terrible, like having a baseball card in your rim.
Yeah, all that was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we sandpapered that out. We didn't get 100%, but we had to clean the snorkels out because where he bought the full wheeler from used from a guy.
Again, never been swamped, never been mudded.
But the snorkel was slam
Full.
full of mud all the way down to the air box.
Yeah.
And the diff fluid has never been changed. It was worse than frozen syrup. It would not come out.
Terrible.
Yeah. So.
And I honestly don't have that many hours of riding on the bike.
No. And his is a 2015 1000 XXC Renegade. And if you know those bikes, the front bumper sits low. If you don't have it lifted, the winch was bad on it, so we put a new winch on it, but we haven't wired it up because of the charity ride. I stayed up real late doing that bike for him to make that ride. But now his diff is being taken apart, and now we got problems with stuff seized, and not even the dealer will mess with it, can't get it out. I've tried. So now we have to order a side case.
Which we're going to get ordered today. I found it at a reasonable price, so we're going to get that done and get that back together. It's been sitting in the garage for a minute, but
almost 4 months.
Yeah.
Since the charity ride.
Yeah.
And before the charity ride.
Before the charity ride, yeah.
Anybody want you, buddy?
Funny guy.
No, but you know, I'll do. What was your take on that charity ride? Because there's a lot of people that were watching that follow us, so you had to drop stuff.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
you can't do nothing with this guy. It's right there under the chair. We're sitting in the kitchen. Everything's a mess. That's why I was only.
We're just trying it out. So next time it'll be a little different. We'll have it put together a lot more.
Maybe a green screen or something.
So my thoughts on the charity ride were, it's a little different. Something I've never been on before. Excellent ride. A lot of people showed up.
There was a lot of people there.
A lot. What do you say? 300-400 people?
Something like that. And that's not counting the doubles.
Right. A lot of side-by-sides. There were a lot of bikes. I mean, Can-Ams, Hondas, Suzukis, Yamahas. I mean, Polaris, you name it. It was there. Off-brand stuff. They gave away
a brand new 450 Polaris. They do this. This is the second year we did it. Last year they gave away the same kind of four-wheeler, brand new. And the raffle tickets were like, what, $5 or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good deal. Yeah, people went out and bought them. And, you know, they gave it away before you even went on the ride, so you know who won it.
Yep.
And
you had to test out your new toy right then and there?
Right then and there.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a little dusty, but...
A little.
Yeah, it was...
That was a lot.
It was hella dusty, but, I mean, it was a good ride. It definitely put a lot of bikes to the test, because it was, you know, it wasn't cold. It was warm.
Yeah, if your bearings are bad, because you're not going slow. You think of a big number of people. You think of like stop and go traffic almost. There's times you're running upwards to 50 something miles an hour.
Riding.
I mean cruising, and and you're riding on asphalt, dirt, and at the end you get to ride in the swamp as well.
Which a select few of us did go. It was sad, though, because the tree was down, so we couldn't get the full effect of the mud trail, but we got enough. And we actually got some really good videos that Robert still has, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's up, but at the end of the swamp ride, everybody was fighting, and we actually had someone flip their four-wheeler trying to get through that cut around they made to go through that trench, and it was nasty.
It was nasty. We had, I wasn't there for that, but I think a guy, I was there, a guy,
riding a double flipped.
A guy flipped his double, but another guy, didn't he bust the axle?
Yep. No, the front, he blew the front diff or the front drive shaft snapped, and it didn't take nothing for him to do it either. No. I think that was a Yamaha Grizzly.
Yeah, all of us went right through there.
Yeah,
Kyle went through on his Honda 500.
Kyle's first. It was me, and I think you, then my wife, and then I think the side-by-sides came through and everything. And Herman was nervous at first because he didn't know how deep it was.
Yeah.
He's running, all he's running is snorkel.
Don't listen to this guy. If he says, oh, it's cool, come on, you make it. The last words of a lot of people.
Hey, I did take you, you followed me into the deepest spot of your bike's ever been. And it was clear water.
Where was that?
Slade's Park, where the pond is.
Yes.
You had it up to like over the handlebars.
Yes. Matter of fact, I got off of it. There's been a couple of times where I thought I was going to swamp my bike, and that was definitely top 3.
Yeah.
I actually got off of it, and the bike started.
But that's not actual mud, though. That's actually a sandy bottom, and before anybody goes through it, it's crystal clear. The water stays like 55 year round, so it's nice to go in there, rinse your bike off, and cool off. But it's the size of your average full wheeler when you drop straight in and coming straight out. Once you're in it, it's just the size of your full wheel. But it's a drop. I mean, sometimes, like right now, there's a beaver dam, and it's probably every bit of up to my chin deep right now.
Really?
Yeah, that whole road's flooded.
What?
Yeah, there's actually a cut around now for it.
Wow.
So it's.
So there you go. Every year, it's 2020 now. That was 2019, and look how quick that happened. We used to be able to ride through there. Now that's completely flooded out.
Yeah, even the road that goes along the side there.
Yeah,
it's probably waist deep in ruts. Yeah, it didn't take long.
Wow. So back to the chariot ride. The chariot ride was cool. Halfway through it, they pull us into this part of the farm, and they feed you. They had
and it was dogs. Pretty good.
Yeah, hot dogs. They had barbecue, Carolina style. If you like it, that's my favorite. It's Carolina style barbecue, vinegar based. You had chips, drinks,
Debbie cakes.
Yeah, all
and it's all you can eat.
All you can eat, yeah. If you were done, go back, get some more. Everybody gets a break. You can check on your 4-wheeler.
It's about an hour downtime of relaxing.
They had, we had fuel tanks on one of the side-by-sides that was following us around. So if anybody needed any fuel, I think you
I had to because I wasn't running. I filled up mine, and I put some in Linda's because I don't know if y'all know on the new Renegades you have 3 modes: a normal, a sport, and an eco. I should have just been cruising around in eco.
You were in sport.
I was in sport, and it just guzzles gas when you're cruising at high speeds.
So it was my first ride. I mean, Rob was your second, right?
Yep, that was my second.
It was my first. Definitely look forward to doing it again next year or this year. Excuse me.
Yep.
Hopefully the bike will be ready. keep in mind this is our first. This is our first of many. Hopefully, see how this flies and how the viewers like it. And hell, if we could pick up some more followers, maybe we can keep the videos going. However, if there's something you'd like to talk about or something else that interests you, I mean,
something that you want us to research and discuss or something,
leave it in the comments.
Yeah, we can. I mean, anything. We're just trying this out, but we need y'all's feedback to let us know what you think about it.
Absolutely.
It's like in the fishing or ATV world. Fishing world, everyone has their favorite boat. In the ATV world, everyone has their favorite ATV and stuff.
Upgrades, tires. Some people like ITPs. Other people like what's another brand?
Just any brand, really.
I mean,
there's.
What do you like? What are the do's and don'ts? Like, I mean, this is for everybody. Like
tuner versus Cobra axles. I mean, it could be anything. It could be fishing too, or it could be completely off of all of it.
Yeah, I prefer to stay stock personally because not rich like most people. And
you're just Jewish.
Yeah, with that too. I like to keep my money. I don't like to spend it like talking about it. So I like to stay as stock as possible. And to me, I think my bike's.
Well, I haven't spent no money yet because I haven't made my lift kit yet.
He's
Super ATV has got prototypes.
Super ATV. Give us a lift kit so we can put it on my man's bike.
Hey, I offered to send them my bike.
Really?
Seriously, yeah, the other week because I was like, y'all still don't have nothing. What do y'all need, a bike? I was like, we can work something out.
Super ATV, holla at us, baby.
Yeah,
we'll send it to you. We'll send it to you. Well, you put it on there, man. We'll tell you how it is. We'll get it out there.
Nobody gives small channels no. They're overlooked.
Gotta give us some love, man. Help us out. So,
I would like to still do some more step-by-step fixing of stuff and everything, but y'all understand, all of us have full-time jobs and stuff. I have a 1-year-old that right now luckily is out with the mama riding around in our Power Wheels car before we can do this.
I have 2 dogs, cat inside.
I got 2 dogs too.
Cat outside.
But he works longer hours than I do.
Right.
And when you got all that to take consideration, normal life, and then your kids, and then everything else, trying to ride, fish, and then on top of that, you're recording, and then you got edit, and then find time to put it up. It's a lot of work. Editing takes a lot of time, and that's why there's a week I might not even put nothing up. I just don't have the time and stuff. I'm not like these big YouTubers that are getting paid thousands of dollars.
We hope to get there one day, but until then.
But you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people that make that make money and stuff, they use it for themselves, and I don't think nobody knows, other than some of us, know my intentions of having this channel. And for y'all that might be interested in it, is the reason that I started YouTube is because you look around at people that they can break an axle out on the trail and stuff, and it could be the beginning of summer and they might not have the money to the end of summer. And with making this channel, I was hoping with the people that ride with us, and I'll tell you what, last year I've been blessed meeting a lot of subscribers, and they continue riding with me, and they continue stay in contact through our Facebook, same name as the YouTube channel. When I changed the channel name, because I've been playing around with that, I changed the Facebook group name. You can private message me and stuff. But we ride. We got a Busco trip coming up this Saturday, the 17th, 18th, or something like that. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, so or whatever. But I'm trying to make money off of YouTube to be able to help these guys out. It's like if he say something happens to his wife and things get tight with him, but he wants to be able to fix his bike. Like right now, I'll be like, look, you help me, let me record you. You help me doing something like this. Here's $800. Go, order your parts. I'll put the parts in. Same thing with anybody in our group and stuff. And that's what it's about. I make money doing my regular job and stuff, and I don't mind putting time into here to help others, but I like to be able to pay for trips for the group, pay for their at least their entry fees and stuff, or maybe just use the money for a cookout a couple times a year, because we do have cookouts throughout the year and stuff. Absolutely. And do keep in mind, we do watch who we do allow into our group. That is a big thing. And when I say that, it's not, age doesn't matter or nothing like that. We don't do the whole big drinking thing. A lot of guys out there,
I've been partying, not into the drama.
Yeah,
we're more of a, you know,
laid back,
family safe. Like, you know, so when you bring your kids.
I mean, a lot of people might like discourage. Oh, y'all don't drink, y'all don't throw down and go out there. We really don't need it, because honestly, we have a lot of people in our group that have kids. I have my daughter, David and them have their daughter and stuff. You don't want that around and stuff, and we still have a good time. And I mean,
great time.
There's a lot of footage that actually don't hit our channel because it's so much of it. And I still have stuff from Slades, Busco, Red Oak and stuff that I haven't posted, only bits and parts of it. But a lot of people like to put their stuff up against like the Canadians, you know, Oscar and EHTV or whatever it is and stuff. But their riding's different because they ride in skeg, which is just basically material that's falling down from trees, logs, stuff that's broken down, and just don't really. It's in marsh, so it has a soggy bottom. I guarantee we can get them around for the money though, because a lot of y'all don't see is a lot of the stupid stuff that we do, and some things I can't put up because I don't try to put a lot of foul language, because
profanity.
Yeah, because of YouTube's guidelines, they will shut me down, delete the channel, and everything. Age restrict me, and I want to be able to have anybody be able to watch the channel. If he had, you know, kids, adults, I want the wide view of all the chances I get to be known out there for. Sure. And you'll see some videos where it's like a second missing for a second. It's because somebody said and everything, and that's why. And now Randall uploads, and God knows he doesn't blur nothing out, and he doesn't help either. Sorry, Randall. But he does upload on the channel some too. And hopefully this guy will be back and running this summer and fishing. We were just talking about trying to get him to go out in the boat and do some fishing. I didn't really do no rock season fishing this year.
I actually got a chance to go rock fishing. I'm not going to put myself out there, but let's just say we caught some big ones. I'll tell you about that off camera. I don't want to talk about that on camera.
My phone didn't ring.
Well, I'm going to tell you how it worked out. Let me cut this out. So.
Oh, no, I ain't cut nothing out.
Oh, I'm not talking about it, then I can get in trouble.
Okay, then fine. We'll just say that. You don't want your wife calling it. I know what that is.
Well, all right, real quick. Let's talk about a little bit about it ourselves. Rob, you go first since it's your YouTube channel.
Oh, so we're just doing a 360 spin now.
Yeah, let's tell everybody about you. Tell everybody a little bit about you, what you do, what you ride, what your goals are. Well, I mean, some of your best moments of 19 and some of the things you look forward to.
We'll keep it simple for first go around.
All right.
I'm a CDL driver. I can't, due to where I work at, it's actually classified of me describing where I work at. He knows that and stuff too.
Especially on camera.
Yeah. It's not because I wouldn't mind telling y'all. I literally cannot. I mean,
he's an operator. Let's just
put it. I'm a CDL driver, but it's classified as of what I do. I can actually lose my job telling you what I do. But other than that, I have a wife, married, got a 1-year-old daughter, 2 dogs. Me and my wife, when we first got married, she never did an ATV, never done nothing like this. She's mudding her truck and stuff, but she's never been on a four-wheeler. So I bought 2 250s, four-wheelers, and I taught her how to drive one of them. And I said, if you can learn the foot shift and all this stuff, you'd be great. I can put you in automatic and I'll move you up. Well, the first time we went out, she about flipped it, popped the tire, and this was actually when she jumped on mine. She popped the bead off the tire, and this on the beginner's track going downhill because she couldn't figure out what did the brakes. And
it's not stopping.
So I just let her play in the mud after that. After she started getting the hang of it, I bought her a Honda Foreman 500 4x4, put a 2-inch lift and a snorkel on it, and after that it was over. She just went everywhere. Well, she didn't like, when my wife comes to bikes, it has to feel right, it has to feel like it's not overpowering her, but she wants the whole power steering and stuff and everything. So I got Mother's Day, right when we found out we were having a kid and all this stuff, I took her up to the ATV dealership, where the only place I buy around here at.
And the only place to buy them.
No, there's another place.
Go to Virginia Beach, North Chesapeake.
No, I ain't going to Chesapeake.
Okay.
I don't deal with those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't discuss that.
Okay.
But I told her, find whatever bike you want. They got Yamaha, Honda, Can-Am, and I think Zuki and stuff. The only thing they don't sell is Polaris, and I'm not gonna say why, because then people might be an issue. But she got on all of them, and she kept coming back to the 570. She said that's what she wanted, purchased it, and ended up selling the Hondas. And then I told her, I said, well, I'm waiting for 2019 Renegades to come out, and I said, I'm gonna buy me the 2019 Renegade. But at first, I really didn't know what I wanted. I just wanted a 1000. I sat on the Polaris 1000 high lifter, the Outlander Step Up 2 1000, and the Renegade 1000. The Polaris 1000, my honest thing is, and I have nothing against any make or model, but they're so dab-burn wide. It's like driving a freaking bus through the trail and stuff. Then I looked at the Outlander. I sat on it and stuff.
Huge.
But when I looked behind me, it was like another trailer behind me. It's a whole nother four-wheeler.
It's a big bike.
I sat on the Renegade, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like a 1000. It's just, of course it has the power up, but you feel like you're on a smaller bike.
A smaller bike with a lot more power.
Yeah, and I was like,
which ain't always a good thing, let me tell you.
No.
They'll get you in trouble.
Yeah. So, that's how I ended up on my 1000 Renegade. Now, my wife is selling her 570. I'm actually, when he was pulled up, I was actually tearing the fenders off where it caught on fire and melted. All it did was melted the plastic. Everything else
is a common problem with those bikes.
Yeah, it's just debris got on the exhaust. The debris ignited while she was riding that Red Oak for the first 20 minutes. It melted the plastic. No big deal. There ain't no electrical problem, no nothing. The bike's going to be like new when I get done. I'm going to pressure wash. I'm taking all the plastics off, cleaning it, scrubbing it, and everything. Probably going to repaint some stuff and just bring it back to 100% original, because that's my wife's bike. But I ain't going to tell you what she's going to buy yet. You have to keep watching for that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
2020.
Well, what about yourself, Herman? What you explain yourself?
Well, my name's Herman Johnson. I can talk about my job. I am a truck driver. I have been since I was 18. I've been driving 20 years. I'm 38 years old. I'm a tractor trailer driver for Atlantic Lift Systems out of the Hampton store. We have a branch in Norfolk, and we also have a branch in Richmond. We specialize in man lifts.
And if y'all don't know, we live in Virginia.
We live in Virginia. So man lifts, excavators, pretty much general contractor stuff. People rent from us, whatever. I'm married, wonderful wife. Been married 5 years. I live in Gloucester. This guy. We have 2 dogs. A cat inside and a cat outside. We don't have any kids. That's our hope for 2020 as well.
You'd be a good dad.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'd be a broke dad, because if I have a little girl, I can only imagine.
Well, you see what my
Oh yeah, she's outside riding around in a Rolls Royce or whatever, Bentley, whatever it is.
It's a Power Wheels remote control. It even got blinkers on it.
Yeah, seriously.
For brake lights.
Yeah. So I ride a 2015 Can-Am Renegade 1000. My first.
What have you done to it? What's been done to that bike? It ain't much.
No. When I got it, the guy was like, "It's never been hurt. It's blah blah blah." Still got a pretty good deal for it at the time, but
you can still sell it for what you paid for it.
I wouldn't.
You could.
You think so? Mm-hmm. I don't think.
Once it's fixed.
So what I've done to it. We've put a new winch on it. We've put a rad relocator kit. We've had a new fan put on.
You changed out the tires and rims.
I changed out tire and rims. Went with a set of they're big horns on the tires and rims, but I mean on the tires are big horns, but they're the rims are what, another 2 sizes up.
Yeah, I think you went from what, a 12 or a 10 to a 14 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. You got a clutch kit.
Got a clutch kit.
And that's it.
Pretty much.
Oh, aftermarket handlebars.
Aftermarket handlebars.
I think that's it.
Other than that, man, everything's pretty stock, and I mean, it does what I need to do. I mean, I can't go everywhere he goes. He's got really big tires, and
I just have more clearance. Your front bumper on the XXC, if you don't know, that front bumper
sits low.
Yeah, and if you
well, I take that back. I have a boar's head front grille on it.
Yeah, because we did change out the front bumper. All that's all one unit with the rad relocation.
Shouts out to Boar's Head. They sell a good product. Unfortunately, that bumper does sit low if you don't have a lift and big tires on it.
I told you about 6-inch low.
Let's see. Here we go.
You bought a 2-inch and you bought the wrong one. You bought a Gen 1. And it's still sitting in my garage. You're supposed to turn it. Anybody need a Gen 1?
Yeah.
Renegade lift?
Yeah.
He's got one.
I actually got a buddy of
Brand
mine.
new.
I'm probably going to give it to around the corner. He's got one. See if he wants it.
You paying $100, you going to give it away?
Can I get my money back?
It's brand new. You haven't used it. Why not? You can at least sell it for $80.
Yeah, true.
It was $100 without tax and tax or whatever.
So that's a little bit about me. My wife doesn't really ride. Bikes I've had in the past.
Well, you have another bike.
I do. I have a 04, 03 or 04 Honda EX 400 that's in parts and pieces in my backyard. I'm thinking about making that a summer project, try to rebuild it.
You should rebuild it and put that motor in the golf cart.
Could you do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought about tearing it down completely and just sandblasting the frame and just slowly building it. It's got a new axle on it. No, it's got a new carrier bearing. But just slowly build it. Take my time. A little money here, a little money there.
It needs a lot of work, guys.
It does.
It's sitting out in the weather.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work.
With no
no
jug
cover
or nothing. No jug for the cylinder.
I'm going to split the case. I'm going to do all of that. What I want to do.
You're going to have to get a new crank and stuff.
So, one of the projects when we're done with this video is I'm going to go home and start working on my shed. I want to actually put it in there and put it up on the things. And that's one of the things I want to do, and maybe do a burn. But anyway, that's a little bit about me. Me and Rob met actually at Slade's. He was out doing a video.
I was just riding.
Riding.
Actually, how we met was from Kyle recognized me from my video. Stopped me and asked me.
Yes.
And then I asked him if y'all wanted to ride, and then after that we just we still Kyle's the one with the Honda 500.
Yes, correct.
And you'll still see him in all our videos a lot of times whenever he decides to go riding. He's kind
of like me though. Like, I mean, with his new job, he works on the weekends sometimes, like every other weekend or something like that.
I don't know. Some of the guys in our group does. Like David works like every other weekend.
Yeah.
Toby works every other weekend.
Hobby ain't cheap, let me tell you. It can get expensive. Me and him both used to do RC cars, and we were dummies and got rid of something that was cheaper and got something more expensive. So.
And this is before we knew each other.
Yeah, this is before we knew each other.
We were actually talking about this while I was eating breakfast earlier. But we do share a same passion. But we also a lot of the guys in our group actually socialize outside of just riding.
Absolutely.
New Year's, I went to his house.
Yep.
I brought some food. We cooked some broths and stuff, and
played Cards Against Humanity. Something I've never played before. It was really good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you never played that game, you really should try it.
Definitely try it out.
No kids.
Don't get offended too easily.
No kids, though.
No kids. Definitely no kids. You don't want your kids reading some of those cards.
Yeah.
Because they can get a little weird, you know what I mean?
Their mindset will change dramatically.
Big time.
Yeah. The new overview of stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of horrible. But, another thing is we could bring up, because even though we ride K&Ms and I've always grew up on Yamaha and Honda.
Absolutely.
And stuff, is another thing we don't do in our a lot of guys don't like in our group is you can talk junk in a playful way and stuff, but we don't like people are like die hard like, oh man, Honda or Players.
Yeah, we're not
K&M suck.
We're not a band bashing group like you know.
Now we'll talk crap if you get in a hole.
Did
after
I say band or brand? We're not a brand. We're not a brand bashing group. Like if you ride some Chinese model that nobody really knows about, man, hey, we're all in it to have fun, have a good time, and like if you're just getting into it and it's what you can afford, man, come on out. Like we're having a ride, come on out.
Sometimes we cook on the grill and we'll feed everybody.
Hell, there's people that come out there and don't even ride, just hang out, have some food. And do whatever.
Karaoke.
Karaoke. Yeah, bring the speaker out, listen to some music, have a good time, man. And just it's all about networking, like meeting people. You never know who you're going to meet, and
And like I said, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes you don't see in the videos because of. I mean, how many of y'all really going to sit there and watch 30, 45-minute videos long? I mean, I do watch other people's channels.
We're working on one right now.
Yeah, but I'll watch other people's videos for that long. Sure. But not everybody's like me, or they don't have the time sometimes. When I get a little bit of free time late at night after my daughter goes to sleep and stuff, I might watch a couple of videos for an hour or two or whatever. When I get a chance. Mm-hmm. I don't mind the long videos if it's entertaining.
Right.
And I'm always trying to think of different ways to do things other than strap a GoPro on my head and just ride. And at one time, for the people that really been following the channel and stuff, TJ was helping me video. Like if someone was in a mud hole or he was in a mud hole, he'll have a GoPro and I have one, and I'll switch back and forth views so you can see what's going on. And I actually kind of like that, and not really nobody that I've seen, at least around here, do that. And it gives you more of an idea how deep the hole is, what's the situation going on and stuff. Because there's always somebody breaking, flipping, or just doing something nuts. Literally, like, you see in the videos, it looks like we're just riding and someone just gets stuck. It's like if we sit somewhere for a little bit, and he hasn't rode with Randall yet. If you sit somewhere for 2 or 3 minutes, Randall, like ADD, whatever, kicks in, and then next thing you know, he's up into his handlebars on his 570 in a mud hole. Knowing
I've never ridden with him yet.
I mean, he's been out for the last couple months because of the bike. It's been one problem after another, one after another. So I've been finally just saying we're just going to go through the whole bike, and then when it's done, he should be good other than oil changes for a while and brake pads. And I'm actually hopefully soon to be going through my bike as well. I really do. I hate riding.
Not being able to do maintenance.
Yeah, like my wife's bike, it's easy because it sits. Like if I do an oil to get her oil changed on hers, they check the belt, they grease everything, the coolant gets checked or changed, the diff fluid gets changed. I rebuilt pulled her rear diff out not too long ago. Did all the seals because one started leaking. I just replaced all of them. I don't spare no expense on maintenance because he knows how much a rear diff will cost. $1,600 versus getting all the guts and stuff is what, like $300, $400, and then all the bearings and stuff. So I'd rather do the maintenance.
Do your maintenance
versus
whatever you have. If you're out riding. And especially if you're in the mud, do your maintenance because it will cost you a lot of money in the end.
Look, he's sitting there this morning going like this, looking at prices for the diff case and swipe. He hit the whole diff for $1,600.
$1,600.
Yeah,
not 100.
And that's why I tell you one of my maintenance things: cleaning, air filter. I mean, all this stuff is because if your air filter ain't right and it's falling apart. Dust particles get down into your cylinder and it scars it. You're not greasing stuff. You're not.
Next thing you know, your bike's not gonna be as strong as it once was.
Or you're gonna make a turn, and your tire gonna fall off because of the wheel bearing. Grease it. Spend that time doing it so you can spend more time riding.
And most importantly, you don't want to be on a 40-mile ride.
Yeah.
And then things start falling apart.
Because everyone talks bad about K&M, but if you take care of your stuff, it don't matter what it is. It will last.
Yep.
I've had Hondas. I take care of it. I'll ride them through anything. But when I come home, I clean them, I maintain it, I grease everything, I check everything, and
especially mud.
Yeah,
because mud and grit gets down into where the bearings and
y'all probably don't realize how bad the mud is that we go in. The swamp in Slades,
peanut butter.
Yeah, it's either real thick peanut butter or it's real soft with no bottom. Like if you sit and just let it eat, it will literally just start swallowing the bike and stuff. I mean, we ride a lot of times off the trail more than we ride on the trail. And everything, just like my last.
That guy likes to go down the trail and just make a right down through the woods into a hole.
It's more entertaining. It's new. Busco. Last trip we did with Busco, me, Mark, and Randall. We ended up meeting another guy that had the 2020, I think, Renegade 2019, but his is black and yellow. And by the end of the day, we were way out somewhere lost, but off the trail.
Did y'all get back? I mean, obviously you did, but I mean, to take you...
Well, it took us about 20, 30 minutes, but, I mean...
It's another thing with Busco, always have a riding buddy. Because I can tell you, mine started overheating, and I said, I'm turning back, and I didn't wait to see if I was going to come with me. I said, I'll see y'all back at the truck. She's overheating. It's going into,
limp mode.
Limp mode. And the further I got away from them, the more I realized it was a bad idea, because I got crossed up, and I sat out in the woods... An hour and a half, 2 hours.
We were gone for a while because we came back, washed our bikes off.
Couldn't find them.
Went looking for you. They came back. They washed their bikes off. And
scary time.
And then finally, you popped up with some new friends.
Yeah, I seen a guy and a girl riding a bike, and I waved them down. I said, hey, you know how to get out of here? And he said, yeah, what's wrong with your bike? And I said, it's in limp mode. It's running hot. And he goes, yeah, but I don't have a cable or nothing, so, there's this really big hole we're going to have to go through. You think you can make it? Okay, then, man, let me down. Even in limp mode, she come on through there, and I was real proud of it. But I tell you, I was glad to see my buddies, and I got over there and was able to wash the bike off and
clean the radiator
out. And then we went over to the lake, and went swimming.
If you look back at my Busco trip earlier this summer, we all parked out there, and it was actually went from like a foot of water down to like
12.
No, y'all didn't even touch bottom.
Didn't touch bottom, but I mean, it was deep enough to where you completely went under the water, and you
it was
kept falling.
A straight drop.
Yeah, it's a straight drop. Yeah.
So that was a good day.
That was an awesome day. Despite my bike overheating, once we got back to the lake, it actually calmed it down because, it was in water, so it was cool. But that was a hell of a ride.
But there's another issue too, is that he runs Bighorns. They're great tires for West Virginia, asphalt, whatever.
Horrible for mud.
And one reason they're horrible for mud is because the way they sling. His slings, everything, like mine slings straight up and forward. His slings left to right and barely forward, so it covers the radiator. And I think that's the day your fan actually went out.
Yeah, it took
and we didn't know, because I kept asking your fan working and stuff, and he thought it was, but it wasn't. His fan was actually seized up when I went to go take it out. It was a pain in the butt to free it back up, and it just burnt the motor up. And that was a pretty expense too.
The fan?
Yeah, that was over $100.
It sure was.
And we only were able to find 3 on the internet, eBay, and everything.
3.
Only could find 3 for his bike,
which is crazy. I don't know. 215 was just like the redheaded stepchild or what? Like,
yeah,
it's like it seems like parts are scarce for that bike.
He has a hard time finding. I mean, wheel bearings, brakes, and all that you find all day. Tie rods, all that. But the more other miscellaneous things, it's a pain in the butt.
It's hit and miss, man. It was. But nevertheless, it was a good ride. It was my first Busco trip.
And it was the first time you got to run the 2019. You want to tell that story?
So, me and my big mouth, Robert just got the 2019.
And before he tells you this is a part where we just talk crap and joke around and stuff and have a good time kind of thing. But
I had it coming.
But he really egged it on.
I had it coming because I gave him crap. I was like, it's just a 2019. Mine, I still walk with it. His is an XMR, so mine's XXC. It's made for like hardcore trail riding. fast-paced trail riding. And his is made for the mud, so I just knew.
Yeah, mine comes with 30s on it, mud tires,
right,
and everything. But in Snorkel, his comes with just like a stock regular four-wheeler setup. But it's full drive stuff, it's just stock.
Yeah, it's got it's got the Fox shocks and all that, but his does too. So anyway,
but what did I tell you? What was going to happen?
He's gonna pull me, and I told him, I said he's full of you know what. So we got on the drag strip, and it'd been raining. It was wet.
No, that whole place was slop.
It was slop.
It was at least like that much slop everywhere you went.
And I knew that in order to be competitive, I was going to have to leave in four-wheel drive.
And we're on the drag strip at Busco. Nobody else there but our group.
And I put in the four-wheel drive, leaned forward, and we counted it down and launched. And when I launched, she was twisting left and right, and Rob left on the back wheels.
And the drag strip was really, really muddy. There was actually a mud hole at the time in the middle of the Dadburn track.
And she never come down until he can't let out of it. Like, I mean, that's
the first time I actually got on it that hard.
Yeah, it left right on out of there. Hooked. Like, it hooked like it was on a treated track. Like, I mean...
muck. Yeah. I mean, just muck.
Straight
and it
muck.
lifted the front with no problem.
And I just spun. Like, I mean, all four wheels were just spinning. That's why it was like turning side left to right. It was... I couldn't get any traction, and he just walked away from me, and it happened in front of everybody. So I couldn't.
And hang on now. Now we went to Slade's after that, and he talked crap again because he's like,
now Slade's. I did get him once.
Hang on. Now Slade's, it was hard packed dirt and stuff, and there was no mud. Now and I think it's a longer stretch, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is it a longer stretch?
Yeah. Not as flat though.
You don't have it's not as flat. It has a real bad. Now it really has a bad dip because I bottomed out my front suspension hitting that dip and stuff. But we went out there and he started talking crap again. He's like, "Oh, hard surface. Yeah. We got a nice wider straightaway." Everybody out there, and Cal even was backing you up, talking crap to me, like, "Oh, you can't hang with Herman." I'm like, "All right."
Got smacked again. I did beat him once.
We ran 3 times.
Yeah, you beat me 2 times out of 3.
And the third time, I think it was the second time, I told Kyle when I went back, I said, I'm going to let him just come up beside him.
Okay. Now,
it's on camera. It's on camera.
Get your boots on.
No. It's on camera. I even said it on the camera before I raced him or whatever. God. Because I wanted to really
He edited it in there.
No. But... he was disappointed at the end.
I was like, I'm trading it in. I'm getting a new one.
But he rode mine. And
then I came back to my senses.
And be honest with you, there is a big difference between his and mine.
Yes. Mine, the shocks are a lot the ride is a lot more soft.
Mine's hard.
His is hard, but they're built for 2 different things. Like, his is built for mud. Like, you won't find a better mud bike.
No, that
thing eats, and I mean stock. It eats through holes.
Yeah, and be honest with you, I've been at Busco and I've been at Slade so far with that bike, and I've never had to make that bike grunt yet with the power. That bike puts out almost 100 horsepower stock, and I'm actually about to do more mods to get the power 89. Up. Something like that.
Yeah, like his bike is powerful. I mean, it even has.
But I do got the different. The throttle versus you got the cable throttle. I have the new version. Mine is super sensitive on the throttle. You just barely hit it and it'll roast the tires. Like when we racing, what a lot of y'all don't see is what's going on behind the bikes. Full wheel drive going all the way down the track, either at Busco or Slade.
She's slinging.
Mine will sling a rooster tail until I let off, even in full wheel drive. And I've raced, I've raced a lot of things lately. Red Oak, I just put a video up where I raced. I raced, I think it was the Turbo 1000 side-by-side or something like that. I've raced Brutes.
Cooked them.
Yep. I've raced Polaris's.
Smashed.
And I've raced, Hondas.
Sorry, Kyle.
We all know Hondas are not
not built for that. But let me tell you something.
They're a good, reliable bike.
Very reliable.
Yeah.
Kyle has pulled a lot of us out.
Yeah.
They're not built for speed. Not like that.
No.
Honda. Okay,
They don't make the power. They make
No.
the
torque.
They're like a good. They're the best foundation for a mud bike. You want easy, cheap maintenance. A Honda's it. You cannot go wrong.
I am not gonna bash Hondas because Kyle's bike is right there with us every single time. I mean, he may get stuck because he has a straight axle on the back, so sometimes.
And he's only running mud lights. He's not running nothing crazy. Special.
Yeah, but he is right there with us. He goes through all the same holes.
Yeah, he'll try at least.
Yeah, I mean, that bike is right there with
Unfortunately,
us.
I have to ride through him and everybody else, and I'm basically the caboose sometimes, so they all run the crap out of everything. Yeah, well, we see where yours is sitting. Anybody want a Renegade for $500?
So, to close things out, this is our first video. Again, you want to leave some comments in the comment section on some different things you'd like us to talk about,
and we can bring more people in the group.
I was gonna say that there's more people we'd like to get. We would like to get each week maybe we can get some guest speakers, or
if one of y'all want to meet up with us and come up here and
let's talk
with us.
Let's talk. Let's get to know people. It's about networking. Like you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
By some weird chance, if you got something you want us to try out, we're all for it. If you got some land that you've got a,
you're really pushing it now.
What?
The whole land thing.
I said if you've got a piece of land, if you got like a mud hole that you swear that everybody who's been through it can't get through it. Give old VA boys a try. Let us try it out. See if we can't get out there. I mean, within reason. I'm not like driving to California.
And I ain't driving through no Dadburn Pond neither.
No.
I'm trying to say it's a mud hole. It started out this big, but now it's 3 miles long this way and a mile that way.
Yeah, you're passing a guy and he's fishing.
In a John boat.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Like a real trail. Like if there's a trail that people are riding, or you're interested in having a group of guys come over there and ride it.
Yeah, because the way you see us now is the way we are normally. I do joke around a lot.
Yeah, he does.
I'm big into joking around. I don't bring a lot of that onto the camera because mostly we're riding and stuff, and some of the things we get in trouble for, But
we have a good time.
The main thing is having a good time, making it family friendly and stuff. We've had issues in the past with people that came into the group for like drinking and stuff like that, but they're gone. We did a group vote out thing and all this other stuff, but yeah, they're gone and whatever. But if y'all, if you just want to come out and ride with us, even if it's just one time, hit us up on Facebook. Facebook is the best way to get a hold of me because on YouTube I'm not going to put out a contact or any kind of information like that or anything, but through Facebook, you can even video chat, and up there you can find Herman, you can find Kyle, David. You can find all our guys. That's Randall. Everybody's up there, and you can find all of us. The message and contact. You can be like, hey, I really like these side by side guys on the side by side part of riding and stuff. You can find those guys up there. And everything. Like David actually makes custom stuff for his bike.
Yes, he does.
He made his own sliders and stuff that have been put to the test and stuff. You might see that on his bike. Might be interested. Go on our Facebook. Contact him. That's what it's there for. But y'all let us know. This was just a trial run. We just wanted to.
We're gonna clean it up a lot more. Like this is. Yeah,
we're just jumping around to give you an idea of different subjects and stuff. I ride probably the most out of a lot of the guys.
Yes. But again, he also has a job where he has set hours. Most guys kind of like...
Well, some of us also can just go out the house too and...
that too.
Do what they want. This guy. I still love you, Herman. But anyways, y'all kind of get the drift idea and stuff. And or if you just want to continue us moving forward with this, and we're still going to post our riding videos and all that. And this summer I'll get back into fishing and stuff and everything. I just can't balance both of them out lately, fishing and riding, so I haven't done it. Just comment, because if nobody comments, we don't know what y'all like. I mean, anybody can review, watch, and see, but without anybody actually speaking, don't know. You know, and I don't want to keep posting it up and then lose viewers behind it,
right? Yeah,
and stuff. So, you know, and we were actually gonna have more guys, but one of them went riding today, and I'm actually taking the time off because it's 75 degrees out today to work on my wife's bike to get that situated.
And I'm gonna get some stuff done at the house, some yard work, make my wife happy.
Yeah, you're gonna go to sleep.
So, in closing, I'm Herman Johnson.
I'm Robert.
And this is the VA
Swamp Nuts.
We almost got it right. Don't forget, follow the page.
Hey, share, like, subscribe, and find us on Facebook. And until next time,
we'll see you there. Keep riding.
Later, guys.